Millions of Americans, we use rideshare to get home from the airport, maybe after a night out. But what if the person behind the wheel driving that rideshare isn't who they claim to be?
Yeah, pretty scary. In South Carolina, one man found out the hard way, knocked out by a driver who never should have been on the road, raising concerns that rideshare companies need to better police who's actually picking customers up. Our Newsmax correspondent Jason Mattera has the story.
South Carolina biotech CEO Brian Coble says he was left seriously injured after a brutal attack by an Uber driver who never should have been in this country, let alone behind the wheel.
I don't know a lot about immigration, but I wouldn't imagine someone who snuck over the border illegally has a social security number to give to Uber.
The driver, a Russian national who slipped into the U.S. illegally in 2022, somehow cleared Uber's background checks and was still picking up fares minutes after leaving his victim bleeding and unconscious in a parking lot.
Frankly, my next memory basically goes from cancel the ride to I'm in a hospital bed.
A concussion, 7 staples, 4 stitches, and lingering brain trauma. That's what Brian Coble says he got for daring to cancel a ride when this illegal alien driver refused to let his service dog in. And the kicker, Uber allegedly turned around and blamed him.
Uber deactivated the account. While this person actually went and picked up an Uber ride 2 minutes later after leaving me bleeding out in a parking lot.
Now Coble is suing Uber, accusing the company of negligence and calling its vetting system a complete failure. But his case may be just one piece of a much bigger problem. A tech watchdog group says there's a booming black market for Uber accounts right on Facebook. It's called account sharing. Verified driver profiles bought and sold, letting unvetted, even undocumented individuals pick up riders under someone else's name.
For a $200 billion company, you would think this would have been a discussion they want to have. And they clearly would much rather just avoid the issue, create a runaround scenario, obfuscate, and just continue to put people at risk every single day.
Mark Allison, we wanted to get Uber's side of the story, not only about the lawsuit, but about the claim that these driver profiles are being bought and sold on social media. So we reached out to the company. A spokesman said that they won't comment on the litigation, but they did say that Uber is deeply committed to safety and complies with all federal, state, and local laws and regulations around worker eligibility. And that may be true, but it does appear that there is a thriving black market where you have drivers who have gone through Uber's vetting process, then go ahead and sell their account, their profiles to unvetted drivers. In fact, this one tech watchdog group counted at least 80 Facebook groups with more than 800,000 users. And it's designed to go ahead and buy and sell these account profiles for rideshare, delivery share, apps, and that is a big problem, especially if these drivers shouldn't be in the country at all or who wouldn't have passed a background check otherwise.
CDL drivers we have to worry about driving big rigs. Now it's Uber drivers too. All right, thanks, Jason.
Thank you.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.